Yo, check this out. This is Wayne Wonder, representing for Warrior LTV. You see the vision, don't it? See the vision. Warrior LTV. Keep it locked.
Now, I'm gonna tell you. We, us, as bloggers, these are the issues that we need to address. You understand what I said? Set the bar for the youth. Share, like, and subscribe, and stay tuned to the channel. I don't know all this. Yes, brothers and sisters. Greetings once again in the mighty name of His Imperial Majesty Emperor Haile Selassie I. And all things good and wonderful amongst us and about us. Welcome viewers and subscribers. Viewers, if you like the content, subscribe and make sure you go to the platform. Yeah, to be nice. Seeing? Now, as they have realized, see, in a recent time, I want to apply to a university. Seeing? And it was successful. See? My application was successful. Now remember, all the while remind the items say grade 7 I left Winardwood School, you know. See, and all of my classmates them can testify to that. All of my schoolmates them. See? Erta, yeah, he can testify to that, you know what true. Pete, you know, so from grade 7, you see me again. You know, see, when Mr. Stone was my last teacher in Hardwood School. I think he was a social study teacher. I think he was a class teacher as well. See, so, but what I try to explain to the item is that Britain sort of design a grounds whereby I can get in a university. It's called you know, it's a route for mature students like myself. I think it's probably from 30 years old. Go upwards. You get me? It's called a non-traditional route. See, every university I think should deal with them because the one of me I get accepted in is no different. You know, see, and the emphasis is to get people who is not really from a traditional academic background to get themselves educated and try. Basically, to me, it's like being an example to the generations where we carry behind we, like with children them, with grandchildren them and them thing there. You know what I say? Because children come try emulate them parents and be, you know, sometimes better than them parents, but, you know, at least, you know, you set a standard whereby them become better. You know, see? Yeah, and it's a good look. See? Now, from a long time, did I say, I'm on reparation for be, you know, the farmer. Education. See? In a way where I can go some book and educate myself and the generations to come for another 50 years, free up to university, degree standard. Just what I say? So, it's this sitting down and being a victim and waiting for this cash reparation to come, where we don't have the mental capacity to invest the money. It don't make no sense. We still have to get back to the status quo where we claims that keep us in a servitude and things like that. See, I'm not saying it don't exist now. I'm not saying it not real. Seeing it real as night turn day. See, but what I'm gonna say is that if we not try to get myself indulged in a higher learning and things like that, how we are going to be able to, you know, I say transform ourselves and create the change, the necessary change what we need as a group of people in order for, you know, better with self-esteem and self-confidence and, you know, make ourselves equal in the earth because, you know, we not say it's not being enjoyed by a few or by some. Seeing we know it exists. Seeing, but what we are do? You know, because on one hand where I say inequality exists and people set it that way that that's we will always remain inferior and things like that. See, but upon the other hand, when we observe say certain access there, whereby we can sneak in ourselves and gradually develop the standard a performance then, seeing with abilities, with contribution to society, so that we ourselves can be somewhat beneficial to ourselves, to a community at least. Seeing we obviously are going to be beneficial to the society where we live in, but no doubt we are going to be of benefit to ourselves. We see the Asian them do it, we see the Chinese them do it, like me always say, everybody do it, and it's just one way. When you observe it, we ourselves have it now, our culture, our knowledge, our history and things like that. To say the white man come learn, come get educated at Timbuktu, you see, which was the first university on earth. See, and you know, how that happened. So that's the white man is who he is today. You know, see, if we observe, so the white man accept certain things and you know, skillfully learn when him to learn until him know what him know. Seeing and no doubt, you know, advance upon where him learn and things like that and is who him is today. See, now we live in a society where teach me one thing, where, you know, teach me something. Through coronavirus, I'm an observe say everybody was equal. Seeing everybody was treated the same way, a certain way. Seeing, when I say a bit of difference that there are like a favoritism is not there for whoever and rate, but the thing is, it happened because you have a certain mind frame where dominate the social system, the services, you know, may I say, the people that will provide that service. And obviously, you know, it's not a sin to be bigoted certain way. I'm not that way still, but it's not a sin to be that way. You know, see, so you always want to take care of your own and look out for those who you think is in more deservance or whatever contribution or assistance you can offer. See, just to enhance your goal and things like that. I always say, in order to stamp out inequality and things like that, you have to set higher regulation, you know, legislate certain regulation and rules, laws where make a guy afraid for you know, perform or perpetrate in mentality in the work, in a certain, when I work in a certain areas of society. You know, see, so you can have an even split right across the board. See, I'm an always say that. But back to why I'm learning the coronavirus. When everybody realized this thing has gone to how them characterize it and things like that. This thing it's not partial. You know, see it, and anyone that we can drop anyone of them there. I'm living in a mixed neighborhood, both white and Asian. See, wasn't much black people around there, but I was one. I was one like the only one, you know. And I remember when them say, boy, the vast majority of people who prone to catch this is black and ethnic minority. Then it started off at black people first, you know. Because we did start off when we observed some Siwagwan in Italy, we did say about wait, come like a mainly white people that go after. Seeing then Donald Trump start publicate how much a black American are dead off and thing like that. Seeing, and then it becomes that way. It becomes well then it's like a black people, you know the whole thing said. Seeing, I remember in my community, Rasta, It's like everybody I look out for me. You know, see, it's like when people see me, it's like, cause me a man never usually go to the grocery shop, buy what me I buy, you know, come back all of my doorway, you know, Rasta, and put on my grocery, you know, and get my bleach rag, take off the clothes of me have, and used to wear all working gloves, go shop. This is how threatening the argument was. You know, see, and when I man come back, I man take off all of them, they left them at the doorway, and go get I man bleach rag. And come wipe off everything in a star. Everything, you know. From a pin to a anchor in a rasta. I man bleach them off. And then carry them, go put them in spot them for there and thing like that. And then come back and bleach off me and them and bleach down. This is how paranoid I was of catching this thing, yeah. See? So when I man stack up, I man just stay indoors and don't go nowhere. You know, see? So it's when I'm a neighbor, them get a glimpse of an eye, see I walk down the street or something like that. It's like, them wait for I come back and thing like that, just to say, hi, you alright, and thing like that. And it wasn't just I. See, there was this level of camaraderie amongst man. I want to say amongst man. I mean man. You walk on 2 foot, and you have 2 hands, and you have a mouth, and you know, see, there was this level of camaraderie where everybody, I look out for everybody. In my area, you know, I don't know where a guy come from or a girl, you know, or what them experience. Seeing? But this level of humanity. Seeing? When we have a common ground, which was evident to I and I. Say, it's as long as we have a common ground with the whole away. The same recognize, say, the same thing affect the whole of I and I in. We always are going to stand by each other, you know. Seeing? And it's something where it wasn't being spoken, you know. It wasn't an organized thing, you know, where the community slogan organized and so we are looking for one another. No, it was just simple because it was propagated that something out there in the air when none of we can see, we're prepared and willing and ready to take down anyone away any day. You know, see, that is even before I man start with the little blogging project here. See, I come to the conclusion and say, a man is just a man. Garnet Silk, it said long time and a lot of we just look on it like a catchphrase or something like that. But it was deeper than that. A man is just a man in all his glory. You know, see. And they say, until I come to a full standing, say, watch ya. We have to just make ourselves as formidable as possible. See? And becomes, you know, not just productive, you know, see, but relevant, in the sense that authorities have to ask a question, see, proper question will benefit them, rather than questions will incriminate I and I, or seek to belittle I and I. You see, the way is there. And I'm on dear, I and I black brothers and sisters them because I'm gonna take it on the new year is headstrong. See? And I are dear, my brothers and sisters, everybody with up on the platform. Be a moral guide. Not just a moral guide, but be like a disciplinarian, a guide to I and I to make sure, see it, more wanna hold me to the task, Rasta. See? And make sure say I and I complete it with gusto. See, I'm an intent for study law. Yeah, the legal issues of life and things like that. Everything legal, anything legal. See, and I'm an hope for falter. You don't know, a whole heap of distraction and all sort of stupidity might come along the way, but I hope the eye them, whole eye to it, strangle eye and make sure say I do it. Just as much as I adhere the eye them, especially particularly the one them were in England here. To pick up the task. Like me telling you, grade 7 me left Winard with school Rasta, go check the record. See? And say, yeah, I just get accepted. I man get accepted. See, a lot more out there, more inclined, more academically, you know, better off than I and I. We go high school, go all different sort of school and come here. See, and accept and adapt to the inferior status quo. And I live by it because in a lot of cases, life is much different and better than where man and man come from in a Jamaica and thing like that. See, so it's easy to get comfortable and satisfied. See, notwithstanding the fact that when then you find yourself with certain opportunity, we have to be productive with it so that the youth them can benefit. The youth them can benefit at least from the example where we set. Right now, the possibility for I and I can make a substantial impact in terms of a career-wise. See, you don't know, it little next to non-existent. See, but what is possible is being an example. So that's the demands where we are put by youth and youth over that channel here. See, we are trying to lead by the example. You see. Now, I don't really have much doubt in myself, say, I'm going to pursue this to the very tip. You know, see. No, I'm not a doubt, but still, more and them stick with me and be the boss, the teacher. You know, like that, you know me I say, like the disciplinarian, I stand up at the door, I stand up in the hallway, I stand up at the blackboard, wherever. And I say, no, you can't go no dog up, you go back in your class. Yeah, that one from the eye them straight. You know, see. Yeah, just as much as I would have liked to say, a lot of other people pick up the task, pick up the channel because the opportunity is there. And Jamaica, I want to know that your brother and sister, auntie, uncle, nephew, father, were there, have the opportunity to become a boss. And them just satisfied with what them have and just do what them do. Seeing some little low, you know, mediocre standard of life. Yes, it might be better than certain levels where man that exists in Jamaica, but we live in a society where the social demand is far and wider than what we come to expect and know in Jamaica. See? So even though we might have live better than our family in Jamaica, we not to live better than most or certain people bow because them have them degree and them are work in some serious area where them is a credit to the society where them living at. You know, see, we mainly come here and accept the substandard, clean and roll, and them sort of street sweeping, production line roll and them thing there. You know, see, and I preach back to Africa and thing like that. I don't know where we are going back with. Seeing because we are going to a developing country, you have to have knowledge, status, where you can help contribute to the development and the growth of that country. You see, enough we have this muggling mentality where we just want to know so we can change the clothes and look better than the other man. We're not too intent for be much else. You know, see, while in a lot of cases, the sky is the limit. I'm a nasty racism not exists. See? But as far as where the social services, the social amenities demand, it's unlawful. And if you can prove it, or if you demand what you feel is your just reward, a guy can't deny it. You know, see, because it'll go borderline that way there, and a guy will get ostracized and, demonized, criminalized as well by his own action. You know, see. So, we don't say certain thing that exists, but the scale, like where it is being perpetrated or believed to be perpetrated, it's not so. You see, it has become a redundant excuse these days. I and I people, I use these arguments as some sort of, you know, refuge from attempting the task, the necessary process where it takes for make yourself in that relevant contributor and performer where you can even in a certain areas and certain circles and see when some guy be brutal or disrespect to other black people and stand up for them, you know. A matter of fact, it might not happen just by your presence being there. A guy want to do or say certain things and him not bother, him can't do it because a man that know the rules and him there we do it. You know, see, might be an unwanted colleague, but a colleague anyway. You know, see. And very soon we stamp out the stereotype of this cleaning nature, this mediocre existence where we abide by this, we call it, this, it's not just blame culture, but, you know, victim culture, where we pick up, where we adapt and accept. You see, and I claim say, we are waiting for reparation. Why if that not come? Why make we try repair ourselves with whatever resource we might find ourselves with as a people? We can't just sit back and wait for the so-called oppressors to give a financial payout like that for the war with it. What we are going to do with it? But carry it back and give the same so-called oppressors, the people who deem as oppressors, because them control the market. Anyway, we not have a place in it. We not have an existence in it. Right now, the fars here, them a Jamaican woman love so much, a black woman love so much. Them now have a shop we sell them sort of thing there. You know, see, that entrepreneurial, you know, nature. It's like say, we not have it. A woman will sell out her life downtown Kingston, Jamaica. And when she come to England, she go clean a toilet. She not attempt to maintain that same sort of craft where she know from long time. Because again, like me I say, with less effort, them can live a more standard existence in Britain than Jamaica. So, you know, it's like resigning to you know, what's easy, what's simple, a simple existence. You know, see, and it's unacceptable to say the least, as far as I'm concerned. You see, long time I hope for the opportunity and, well, it coronavirus and all of that as well, the kind of hamper certain approach our possibilities. You know, see, but so yeah, we're there, and like I said, we are hope to do it in as short a space of time as possible. And hope for there with the item, same way I get the item update. It might not be as regular as usual, but you don't know. I want to tell you from what I observe, you never know, it might be even just as normal. Seeing, but for right now, as you can see, I'm gonna introduce myself to literal workings of the law, every aspect, every area of the law. Seeing, and it kinda take a bit of concentration and focus. Seeing, so that's why I'm gonna to depend the thing I deal with it. Daily, like as usual, but we hope for it come back to that soon still. You know, see, so for the 2023 come in, rather than sit back and wish to win the lotto or wish to get a new man or a rich girl or all of them sort of thing there, or buy some fake this and fake that. Why not attempt to get some education? There is no excuse. there is no excuse. Because a grade 7, me left with Hardwood school. Saying, and I'm gonna go back on a school after that. I go get no whole heap of higher learning. Yes, every opportunity I man see over the years, I man take it. If you learn something new and if you advance, but it worse now you have Google and you have this and you have that. You see it. I man take it and run with it with both hands. Seeing, so that might, and a lot of reading as well. So that might enhance the abilities to a certain degree. But from my experience, my recent experience, it not take on nothing. You see, forget a university degree, there is no excuse. See? So for the new year, we are coming in, Rasta. That's my hope for NI people, particularly those who reside in Britain. And again, I tell the ones that are home back a yard, say, the ones that are Britain have no excuse. It's no special knowledge or, yeah, not that. It's gonna be easier for you when you're going there. You might have to do a bit more work because again, you have to advance and develop on certain areas in which you're lacking in order to accommodate the full structure the law or full structure the whatever you pursue. You see it, whatever area education or higher learning you pursue. See, but it's there anyway. It's a fact. You see. So that's the thing there. See, like I'm saying, now so racism that exists and things like that, but the same oppressors we talk about every day still leave areas by which, particularly in Britain here, by which we can ascend, and climb. See, and like I say, it might have or would have been the same for the white man back in the days of Timbuktu. See, but no doubt, them accept it and deal with it and learn what them learn and build up on top of that. There is no excuse. Again, I said it. See. Yes, So this victimhood mentality and nature, not really work again. See, and I don't want one come over here so with it. See it. You're on your own with that. See it. So here, brothers and sisters, once again we give thanks. See it. And we say season's greetings and hope them enjoy themselves same way. Hope they again tomorrow I give them some insight. Because what? Most of the book them when we did supposed to read, forget, acclimatize. What I was meant to read from them in order to address the subject, in the module, I have already done them. They only have 2 left, and you don't know. We're not say it's simple or anything like that, but we have a bit of time left, and we still have, yeah. When we read the coursework what we're supposed to do and things like that out of one book, when we calculate the time we have left and the amount of work left to do and things like that, we see some space and time. So you don't know, brothers and sisters, we give thanks. We don't have to take some hiatus and delve in it and dig in it in order to get a sort of full standing of what we are going to approach. Familiarize myself with the thing, Yeah, man, so we give thanks once again. You see it in the mighty name of His Imperial Majesty Emperor Haile Selassie I. And I give thanks for the item support, and I hope for the item in the comment section. Make sure, demand progress from I. See it? I have begged the item to do that. I want to give thanks. Rastafari.